Welcome to Lesson 2 of the Introduction to Hatha Yoga course. I am Abby from Zen Dragon Studio, and today's lesson is Sun Salutations. So we're going to begin seated on the mat. We're going to start with a little bit of grounding, practice a little bit of Ujjayi like we did in Lesson 1. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, check out my Introduction to Hatha Yoga course on my YouTube channel. I have a link in the description of how you can go about that. And for the month of July 2022, I am doing live weekly Q&As on Zoom for members of my Facebook group. And if you would like to join, I have a link in the description below for that as well. So if you're ready to begin, we'll begin seated on our mats. All right, so come to a comfortable upright seated posture on your mat. Make sure your spine is long. You can slightly tuck your chin towards your chest to lift your crown. And close your eyes. Just begin to breathe. You don't have to change your breath, just become aware of it. We're just taking a moment to really settle into our practice today. As you inhale, feel your lungs expanding with air, followed by your ribs, and finally your belly. And on your exhale, release your belly, ribs, chest. I'm going to continue this pattern for a few more breaths. Inhaling, chest, ribs, belly. And exhaling, belly, ribs, chest. A couple more at your own pace. Inhaling, chest, ribs, belly. And exhaling, belly, ribs, chest. Go ahead and release the breathing pattern. We're going to move into a short practice of Ujjayi. You remember from Lesson 1, it's created with a slight constriction in the back of the throat, like you're going to fog up a mirror. And we're just going to jump into practicing with the mouth closed. Go ahead and release Ujjayi with your next exhale. Just breathe normally. Just become aware of how you're feeling. Really tune into yourself and your practice. you've already, you can open your eyes. And we'll begin practice of our sun salutations. So we're going to be practicing classical sun salutations today. We're going to do probably about 6 to 12 of them. Just do your best to keep up. If you need to take a break, that's perfectly fine. It can kind of seem like a lot at first if you've never done them before. So you want to go ahead and meet me at the top of your mat in mountain pose. We want our feet roughly hip width distance apart. You can kind of play with them being closer together or further apart depending on what feels comfortable to you. And go ahead and inhale, your arms up. Exhale, palms down, heart center. So if you would like to watch as I demonstrate these first two, we're going to focus a little bit more on alignment on my first demonstration and then a little bit more on breath for the second. Don't worry about doing ujjayi with sun salutations right now. If you've got ujjayi and you feel comfortable with it, feel free to, but you can just use your natural breath for our practice today. We'll go more in depth on ujjayi and sun salutations together in a different lesson. Okay, so you can go ahead and just watch me. And so we're starting in mountain pose with our palms together at heart center. We're going to inhale the arms up overhead. And exhale to fold forward from the hip crease into a forward fold. It's important when you come into your forward fold that your hands are on the outside of your feet, right next to your feet. And hello, can you please move so I don't kick you in the face? And on your inhale, you're going to step your left foot back, drop your back knee into a low lunge. And it's important that your right leg, your leg up in front right now, has your knee over your ankle so that you're not overextending it. And on your exhale, you plant your hands and you step your right foot back into downward facing dog. You want your hips high and your heels don't need to come to the floor. You just get them as close to the floor as you can. So our next posture after this is zigzag line, and in this we're going to hold the breath till you just bring your knees directly under your hips, and you just come forward enough to bring your chest and chin on the mat, keeping your elbows in close to the body. And then you inhale, pull through into cobra pose, keeping your arms in close to your body, tops of your feet on the mat, and lifting out of your back, not pushing up through your arms. And on your exhale, you tuck your toes, push your hips up back into downward facing dog. On your inhale, step your left foot forward between your hands. You can help it out if it doesn't come all the way up. Dropping your right knee into low lunge. Again, knee over ankle. And exhale, step your right foot forward into forward fold. And inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhaling, palms down to heart center. So for this next demonstration, I'm going to go a little bit faster, focusing on the breath, and then we'll begin practicing together. All right, so inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward from the hip crease, hands on either side of the feet. Inhale, step your right foot back, dropping the back knee into low lunge. Exhale, step the left foot back into downward facing dog. Breath retention, hold the breath. Bringing your knees, chest, chin to the mat, and inhale, coming up into cobra pose, lifting from your back, not pushing up in your arms. And exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale to step the right foot forward, dropping the back knee, knee over ankle. And exhale, step your left foot forward into forward fold. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, palms down, heart center. So this is the movement that we're doing, and each side counts as one. So it's not you're doing both. You don't have to do the left and the right, and then it's one. So we're gonna just practice probably around 6 more in there. If you need to take a break, feel free to. So coming to the top of your mat in mountain pose, feet about hip width distance, hands at heart center, and we'll begin. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale to fold forward from the hip crease, placing your hands next to your feet. Inhale, step your left foot back, dropping the back knee. And exhale, step your right foot back into downward facing dog. Breath retention, bring your knees, your chest and chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose, lifting out of the back, not the arms. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward between your hands, dropping the back knee. And exhale, step forward into forward fold. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, palms down the heart center. Onto the other side. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, hands next to the feet. Inhale, step your right foot back into low lunge, dropping the back knee. Exhale, step your left foot back into downward facing dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale through, cobra pose. And exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips back, downward facing dog. Inhale to step your right foot forward, dropping the back knee, low lunge. And exhale, step forward into forward fold. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, palms down, heart center. Inhale, your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hands next to the feet. Inhale, step your left foot back, dropping the back knee into low lunge. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Breath retention, knees, chest, chin to the mat. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your left foot forward, low lunge, dropping the back knee. Exhale, step forward into forward fold. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, palms down, heart center. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward, hands next to feet. Inhale, step your right foot back into low lunge, dropping the back knee. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into downward facing dog. Breath retention, bring your knees, your chest and your chin to the mat. And inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, tuck your toes, send your hips back into downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, dropping the back knee, low lunge. And exhale, step forward into forward fold. Inhale, the arms up overhead. And exhale, palms down, heart center. Just take a moment to pause here. So for the next part of practice, you're going to do 4 sun salutations at the rhythm of your own breath. If you need to, I'm not really going to be guiding these, So just kind of go with the rhythm of your own breath. And if you are still a little unsure on the movements, just feel free to look to watch me a little bit too. But I believe you got this. So we're just going to practice with the rhythm of our own breath. And don't change your breath, for the movement. If you're breathing a little bit faster, then you can either move a little bit faster. Just really be mindful of your natural breath and moving to your natural breath. All right, let's begin our practice. So when you're ready, you can go ahead and begin. Two more. Last one. After you've completed your last one, just take a moment. Mountain pose, closing the eyes. Have your palms at heart center or just next to your body. Go ahead and find your way back to the seated position on your mat. Just close your eyes. Just breathe naturally for a little bit. Just really let the effects of that practice sink in. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. So for our 60-minute practice, we will be doing 6 sun salutations with Ujjayi. And you did great today with our sun salutations. I know sometimes classical can be a little bit new for people, and if you've never done sun salutations before, they can sometimes kind of feel like a lot. But you did it. You've completed lesson 2, and I hope you enjoyed that practice. And I'll see you next time for lesson 3. Namaste.